Tripped over the broom. Today I'm going to start making chicken stock. So I have the carcasses here from 3 chickens, and then I've divided. Okay, take 3. So we really try to get the most that we can out of our chickens. I'm gonna start simmering these bones. I like to simmer them for at least 18 hours. By tomorrow afternoon, during nap time, I can process the broth and can it with a pressure canner. Today I'm just starting the process. So I'm just gonna dump the bones in my giant 24-quart stock pot. And then I know that I'm gonna can my stock in these quart-sized jars. So I know I want to get at least 2 batches out of this. I can get 7 quarts in the canner for 1 load. I'm going to do 2 of them. So I'm going to measure using this jar. I'm going to do 14 jars of water, and then I usually do an extra 1 to account for evaporation. I really just want to make sure I have a full 14 jars when it comes time to process it in the canner. Once it starts boiling, I'll turn it all the way down to low, and later on I'll put in some onions, carrots, celery, a little apple cider vinegar. I just don't have time to do that right now because I have to get breakfast going and start school with the kids. So at least I got it started. The broth has been simmering nicely for a couple hours. We finished the first part of school. The big boys are finishing their math right now. So I have a couple minutes I can chop up my vegetables and add those. So I have an onion that we grew in our garden. We ran out of garden carrots already, so these are from the store. I've got carrots and celery. My celery is a little bit old, but that's okay. You okay? Need a tissue? Benjamin, no touch. Just a couple tablespoons, it'll help to draw out the nutrients from the bones. The younger 3 kids are napping, the older 4 are playing outside, so I thought it'd be a good time to can up the chicken meat that I picked off this morning. So I ended up with 5 jars. I got 3 jars of dark meat and 2 of white meat, and that'll be great. I just realized I made a mistake with my timing for the chicken stock. I was thinking if I started it this morning, it would be ready tomorrow afternoon. And instead, I just realized it'll be ready early in the morning, like 4 a.m. So I think when I get up to feed the baby in the wee hours of the morning, I'll probably turn the stove off. Then it'll still be hot for a while, and I can just can the stock in the morning instead of the afternoon, and we'll just work it around school. It'll be fine. Okay. We're done with dinner, and the chicken is done in the canner, so I'm gonna take it out now. I've never done this one-handed. You can see it's still kind of boiling in the jar. You see the bubbles coming up? There we go. 5 jars. Once they cool down, tomorrow I'll put them in the pantry. Okay, here's that beautiful chicken stock. Okay, so maybe it doesn't look so pretty, but I promise it's good. I'm using this mesh strainer with my funnel to strain out, you know, the vegetables and chicken bits that I don't want. I just find it easier than dumping out this entire giant pot into a strainer. You could also use like a cheesecloth or something over your funnel. Another thing, I'm leaving about a 1-inch headspace on these jars. That's about right for broth. If I overfill, there's a risk of it siphoning out as it's boiling in the pressure canner. So that did happen to me recently, so now I'm really careful not to overfill them. I like to soak the lids in hot water just to soften this rubber seal. I like to put in a splash of white vinegar because it helps prevent that white film from developing on the jars. The water pressure is really slow because I think Sean is filling the animal troughs right now. He must have shut the hose off now. So once the canner starts steaming out this vent here, I give it a couple of minutes to release some steam, put on the cap, then the pressure will really build up inside. When my gauge is around 11, I want it to be at least 11, it can't drop below that. Then I'm going to start the timer and turn it down. I am by no means an expert on canning practices. I do what I've done for years, what I'm comfortable with for my family, but if you're interested in learning more officially about canning, check out the Ball Book of Canning or the USDA canning regulations. It's really not that difficult to make chicken stock, and just like that, in a little over a day, kind of fit into the cracks and crevices of the day. We've got all these jars of chicken stock to feed the family, as well as some meat canned up for easy meals.